Hello and welcome to you all once again in this series of videos where we are learning to design our own solar system. We have been discussing about the appliances and how much energy the appliance required. And what we have discussed so far is the more energy the appliance consumes, the more generation it is required by the solar panel and more storage it is required by the battery. And if there is a more generation and more storage by the panel and battery, you need a bigger panel and bigger battery, which means that it is going to be more expensive. So therefore, a good appliance is the one which does the same job by consuming lower amount of energy. I also told you that how do we know how much amount of energy is required to run an appliance? There are two ways to figure that out. One is star rating. So last time I showed you that the more star rating, which means less energy requirement of an appliance. But I also told you that there is something called DC appliance or the direct current based appliance, and in general the DC appliances are better in terms of efficiency, which means that they requires less energy to do the same job output. So when it comes to solar, it is very important that we use a device which requires less energy in order to reduce the overall cost of the system. In fact, in general also in our life, even if you are not using solar, it is very essential that we get the job done of fan, TV and washing machine and electronics by lower energy consumption. So last time I compared two category of devices. One is lighting devices and other is air circulating devices. The lighting devices will be CFL and LED and incandescent bulb when we compared, and we saw a huge difference in the operating cost if it is a very efficient LED, which is also a DC based device. Also we compared the air circulating devices, the fan, and we compared AC fan and DC fan, and again we found a very significant difference in the operating cost. In this episode we are going to discuss some more appliances. Let's take a category of electronic appliances. And in our life now we are using more and more electronic appliances. So what are the electronic appliances we use? We use television, we use phone, we use computers, we use laptops. All these are electronic appliances. And if you do not know, all electronic appliances are based on a very basic, the core of the appliances are always electronic component, which is a transistor and diodes. And using transistor and diodes, people have made what is called integrated circuits. So if you open any electronic appliance, what you find inside is lot of circuits and components inside. And all these circuits and components always run on DC power, always. So therefore, by default, they need a DC power to operate, whether it is TV, whether it is laptop, whether it is computer or your mobile phone. And at home, we are getting AC power. So if you are trying to run your electronics on AC power, what you are doing without knowing is you are always converting AC power into DC power. So inside your TV, there will be a converter sitting that will convert AC into DC. Inside your laptop or the laptop charger, you will have converter that will convert AC into DC. Inside your mobile charger, mobile phone, there is always a small box that converts AC into DC. The AC to DC converter is only about 80 to 85%, 90% efficient. Therefore, every time you are running your electronic appliance, you are always losing about 15 to 20% of power in just AC to DC conversion. And therefore, isn't it intelligent way to run a DC appliance on a DC power? And particularly in solar system, when your panel is DC, generating DC power, your battery is storing DC power, and all your electronics also require DC power, the whole system becomes synchronized and everything is DC, and therefore whatever extra energy that you are spending in that AC to DC conversion, you will save that power. So running DC appliances on DC power saves you a lot of energy. The amount of energy consumption also depends on the star rating, and whether it is AC or DC. 2-star rated TV will actually require 34.8 watt to operate, and a 5-star in comparison will require only 23.6 watt. And if you compare the same thing with only DC based TV, then it is only about 20 to 22 watts. So you can see the difference in the power requirement, which means the difference in the energy requirement, which means the difference in the operating cost or the bill that you are going to pay. Let's take example of another category of equipment, which is your refrigerator, your washing machine, your air conditioner. All these appliances requires a motor operation, right? So there is a compressor in your refrigerator, there is a compressor in your air conditioner, and there is a motor in your washing machine. There is a motor in the water pumps that also all of you are using. So whenever we use motor in any of our appliance, the efficiency will always vary, and the efficiency of the entire appliance will depend on the efficiency of your motor. And the motor can be a AC motor which runs on AC power, and the motor can be a DC motor which runs on DC power. So motors that are AC based, their efficiency is about 65 to 75%. And the motors which are DC based, their efficiency is about 85 to 95%. Which means that the DC motor will require less power and the less energy to do the same job output. As a result of that, if your air conditioner is based on DC power, it will be consuming less energy. If your refrigerator is based on DC power or the DC machine, it will be consuming less energy. Let us take an example of air conditioner. Now air conditioner are let's say typically a 1.5 ton air conditioner. Now a 1.5 ton air conditioner is would require total about 1500 watt of power in case of 5-star rating, and same 1.5 ton air conditioner would require 2000 watt of power if it is 1-star rating. Now one of the problem when it comes to AC or refrigerator is that we cannot directly calculate the number of units consumed by multiplying time, because in case of AC, the compressor doesn't run full time whenever you're using it, actually goes on and off. And also in case of fridge, your compressor does not run continuously, it goes on and off. And therefore when we talk about how much energy is required, it is difficult to just multiply by the power into hour and get the energy output. So therefore what we need to do is, we normally, the manufacturers or the Bureau of Energy Efficiency normally specifies how much unit a particular machine is consuming in a given time. So if it is a 1.5 ton 3-star air conditioner, for 1 year of operation it requires about 1100 units of electricity. But if it is a 5-star air conditioner, it will only require 816 units of electricity. On the other hand, if it is a DC based air conditioner, then you can get the same job done in about 680 to 700 units of electricity. So for example, if you look at the refrigerator, there are ratings given for the 1-star, 2-star, 3-star, 4-star and 5-star. So let us take an example of 200 liters of refrigerator that many people use in home. So how much is the difference in the energy consumption? So for example, a 2-star rating refrigerator, 200 liter refrigerator will require about 217 units per year. A 5-star rated refrigerator will require 107 unit only. And if it is a DC based refrigerator, you can actually get the same job done in about 90 to 110 units. So you see the difference in the amount of energy consumption. Also, these are the typical values, how much energy consumption, but the real value will depend on the user. Suppose you are leaving your door of refrigerator open frequently, then you require more energy. Suppose you keep your temperature setting to very low, then also you require more energy. So these are the typical values that you see. In the B tier cities and C tier cities and villages, people will have their water pump. Now, as I told earlier, the motor pump efficiency of AC based system will be lower as compared to DC based system, and typically you will get advantage about 15 to 20 to 25%. And therefore, depending on whether your pump is half HP pump or 1 HP pump. Half HP pump is about 350 watt. 1 HP pump is about 750 watt. So depending on whether it is AC pump or DC pump, you can calculate your energy requirement. Now pump runs continuously, so you can directly multiply the power rating of your pump with the hours that you are using per day, and you can actually calculate power into hour energy. So in this way, we have seen that the amount of energy consumed by an appliance for doing the same job varies significantly, and as a result of that, your cost of operation can vary significantly, and as a result of that, your size of solar system, the solar panel, solar battery can vary significantly. So use very efficient appliances, so that even if you're not going for solar system and you just want to run your house on AC power that you get from the grid, you will be feeling less guilty because you'll be polluting environment less. So it always makes sense, just for the giving favor to the mother nature, that we use very efficient appliances. Why? Because every time you use an electricity, 1 unit of electricity consumption would result in about 1 kilogram of carbon dioxide emission. And if you go for very efficient appliances or a DC appliance, your energy consumption can come down easily by 30 to 40%, which means you will be saving 30 to 40% units in your house, and you will be saving 30 to 40% emission of carbon dioxide to the environment. So you'll be less guilty if you are going to use more efficient appliances. So do that if you can do that. Next time when I come, I'll tell you the final aspect of the solar system, that is how much solar radiation is required or how much solar radiation is available in a given location. So once you know how much solar radiation is available in a given location, you can actually size the entire system, solar system for your own house in just 10 minutes. Yes, I'll teach you how in 10 minutes you can size a solar system for your own home. Suppose you have a house which has all AC appliances, and suppose you have another house which has all DC appliances. Find out how much will be the difference in the energy consumption of house which is having all AC appliances and house which is having all DC appliances on a monthly basis. So that will give us an idea, if you go for all DC, how much will be our bill, and if you go for all AC, how much will be our bill. So that's it for this episode. Stay tuned and keep learning. I hope you are learning a lot from this video. So make sure that you share with the people so that many people can learn, go for solar, and so that we can contribute in mitigating the climate change, which is becoming a very big threat. So till then, thank you very much for watching, and keep learning, keep smiling, and see you for the next time. Bye bye.